Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT.
It's Pops.
And you're watching True School Sports. Bah! The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, milestone video. I like to make these milestone videos because it helps me keep track of my progress, and they're just good reminders that hey, the channel is growing when I do get discouraged. We at 20 million all-time YouTube views. 20 million all-time YouTube views. So to all you guys out there, to all the subscribers and viewers of the channel, thank you guys for all the support over the years, whether you just started watching me this year or 4 years ago or 2 years ago or just a week ago. I appreciate everybody. You know, it's been a long journey here on True School Sports. A long journey, and I've gone further than I ever thought I'd go. You know, it's really been just the most rewarding journey I've ever experienced in my life. You know, and like, you know, I want to use this video not just to boast about my my accomplishment of hitting 20 million views, because the reality is there's plenty of channels on YouTube with 20 million YouTube views, but you know, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Like, I'm gonna give you guys the blunt, raw, and rugged truth, right? So you got on the channel, you have me, you have my Pops, and you have Alex. Pops is in the video sometimes and on the live sometimes. Alex is in the lives, but really, when it comes to editing the videos, it's all me. When it comes to the thumbnails, for the most part, you know, not all the time, because we got my boy Alex from Warriors Boxing Gym. He helps me out, and he's always badgering me about making thumbnails. But I make so many videos, I can't be having to make a thumbnail for every video. Otherwise, I'd never make videos. It'd take a while. It would take a while. But shout out to him. He's been a big help to the channel as well. So this is partially his accomplishment too. But like, for the most part, the thumbnails are me. Also, when it goes to getting content, going to the gym to get interviews, you know, like, I don't have, for those of you who don't know, I do not have a car. I don't have a car, and I'm not saying this for you to feel sorry for me, but I'm just being honest with you. I don't have a car, so I'm most of the time I'm either on foot or I'm using public transportation here in South Florida. Now, eventually, I'm going to get I'm in the near future, I'm getting my own transportation, so that's going to be solved. But I'm saying that's what it's been like on my channel. So, like, we're talking about me walking 4 or 5 miles to go get interviews. Sometimes spending 2, 3, 4 hours on public transit, going from county to county, not city to city, county to county, going from Miami-Dade County, which is here, to Broward County, which is here, to Palm Beach County, which is way up here, you know. And I do all that not because I'm trying to get rich off this, not because you know, I'm in it for like money or anything like that. I mean, I do make money on YouTube, but it's not like, believe me, I can go get a job and go get some more stability. But I do that. I'm here because I love the sport of boxing, and I care deeply about it because boxing saved my life. Boxing saved my life. Like, when I started boxing in 2014, early 2015. When I started boxing in early 2015, I started boxing to cope and battle with depression. You know, I had some suicidal thoughts late in 2014. And boxing was an outlet for me to get a lot of anger and tension and just a lot of things I was frustrated about in regards to my life out of the way. So boxing is very deep to me. Boxing is very personal to me because boxing saved my damn life. And not only did it save my life, it's enhanced my life. And the greatest people I've ever met in my life, from many countries in the world, from many different walks and paths of life, have been through boxing. My best friends, like my friends, like my boy Johnny. Shout out to Johnny, probably one of my greatest friends on earth. I talk to him almost every day. About boxing, about, you know, just all kinds of stuff, and Jesus, and we encourage each other. I met him through boxing, you know. I don't know where I'd be in my life without this sport. So, like, you guys that watch the channel and comment and support mean the absolute world to me. It's been a long and grueling journey from 10 million views to 20 million views. So I want to use this video to kind of give you guys a synopsis of what I went through mentally and emotionally and physically from 10 million views to 20 million views. So I hit 10 million views somewhere in 2018. I hit 10 million views, right? And around that time, all hell in my life broke loose. Some of it was self-inflicted, some of it wasn't. But you know, like, in that time period, you know, I made some rather irrational decisions in my life. You know, now, for those of you who don't know, I had my own apartment in Dania Beach. It was me and my boy Paul. We had our own apartment for 3 years. You know, we was living good. Our rent was paid. We was going out places, having fun. Life was good for quite some time. But then, you know, life got a bit tough. As sometimes, you know, you go through peaks and valleys in life. And eventually we couldn't afford to live in our apartment anymore. Part of that reason why we couldn't afford to live in that apartment, I got to take responsibility for it, was because I had a job. I had gotten a job. The last 9-to-5 job I had was at Publix Supermarkets. And for those of you who don't know what Publix Supermarkets is, it's a big supermarket chain here in the southeastern part of America, but it's very big here in Florida. And I worked in the deli, and I had a hairnet, and I used to cut people's sandwiches and make the sandwiches and cut their meats. That's what I did. That's what I did for my 9-to-5, and I did this boxing thing just, you know, as a second check, you know. Did that for a little bit, and I hated it. You know, I had some stability, quote unquote, but I wasn't really fulfilled in life. You know, I wasn't fulfilled in life at all. I felt like I had no direction. And I was just over broke, because that's what job stands for, just over broke. So I thought to myself one day, you know, is it better to be here and have stability, which really is a stability because the company can replace you whenever they see fit. If you're a peon like I was, like most people in America are, for the 9-to-5 jobs. Is it better to do this and have some sort of have that false illusion of stability, or would it be better just to bet on myself, go all in, and try to cover the sport of boxing to the best of my abilities, even if I don't know what's going to happen if I leave this job? And I decided that the latter was better. I quit my job, and I quit my job last January, a couple of days before the Pacquiao-Broner fight. I called them to work. I said, I can't do this no more. You guys got to go find somebody else. I'm out of here. So then all hell broke loose, and months later, I went from having my own apartment to having to move back in with my dad, because my dad had just moved back to Florida from living up north in New Hampshire. So he didn't even have his own place yet. He was living in a hotel, and it was in the hotel was me, my stepmother, and my sister. And I was living with them, and it wasn't the most enjoyable experience. There was many days I felt like a loser. There were many days that I didn't feel like my life had any direction or any meaning. And I felt like even like covering this boxing thing around that time was very trivial, and maybe that I should just listen to everybody else and go get a real job or go learn a trade or something. And who knows? Maybe I might go learn a trade at some point. But I was really starting to think about it at this time. So it was very humbling to go from not having my own space to now having to share my space with 3 other people, and not having everything on my own terms. It's very humbling. You know, it's a very humbling thing. But then it's a good thing too, because I get to learn about organization and time management and being efficient with your time. So it's been a good thing as well. And then also while all this was going on, right? At the time I hit 10 million views last time, you know, my life was different. I was different. My mindset was different. My long-term goals in life were different, because at the time I was dating a very beautiful, attractive young woman who I was in love with. Her name was Serena. Shout out to her. And things didn't work out. Some of it was my fault, you know. Some of it was her fault. You know, it takes 2 to tango, and it takes 2 to screw up. So, you know, it was what it was. But I remember that in 2018, my channel was suffering because, you know, I had never been in a relationship before. It was the only real relationship I'd ever been in. It was the first time I've been in love, and I didn't know how to balance things out. So I had actually done the stupidest thing you'll ever do. Advice to all my younger, more inexperienced guys out there: when you get in a relationship, if you already have things going on in your life, if you're a boxer, right? If you're a boxer and you're training hard and you're trying to pursue a professional career later on in your life, or if you got anything in your life that you're pursuing, that's a big deal. Do not ever in your life, I don't care how nice the girl is, I don't care how great she makes you feel, I don't care about whatever she's telling you, never ever in your life put a woman in front of your goals or ambition. You know, and I'm speaking from experience because I did it. So because what winds up happening is you eventually wind up not even having that girl no more, because she's not going to respect you, because she's going to say, this guy's a simp, this guy's a nobody, and then she's going to go off and do her own thing. So things didn't work out, and I was very distraught and depressed over that for a while. I even talked about it on video once. But now I'm in a much better place. Now I'm in a much better place. I feel like my life's in a lot better place. I'm moving in a great direction. I got some great things going on. I got this book that I'm writing. I got some other things in boxing that are coming up that I haven't even announced yet. Big things for 2021 that I haven't even announced yet that are just amazing. There's amazing things that I never thought in my life I'd be doing. So I've come a long way from 10 million views to 20 million views, and I've gone through a lot in that time period, from living in hotels to watching pretty much having a breakup with my ex-girlfriend, and then now she went ahead and got married. So congratulations to her. May she have a successful and fruitful marriage. I'm not one to hate on nobody, so hopefully she finds whatever she was looking for. But like at 25 years old, years upon years in this YouTube game, classic interview after classic interview here on YouTube, I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. Of boxing here. And I'm training as well. I do have ambitions to have at least one amateur fight before my life's all said and done. And who knows what will happen after that. But I am training again. I've been training very hard and very diligently in some of the gyms here in South Florida. Beta Bay Boxing Gym being the one I frequent the most. But if I'm not there, then I went to Orlando Cuellar's gym once. I've been to Eddie Dave Powell once. But I'm training at a Beta Bay Boxing Gym in Hollywood, and it's been a great, rewarding experience. My confidence has gone up. Just a lot of things. And I'm learning more about boxing as well, which has helped me on here. So, all I'm saying is this, guys. Like, look, you guys can, I don't care what it is you got going on in life. You could be someone like me, man. Like me. When I graduated high school, I graduated in the bottom third of my graduating class. I wasn't really supposed to amount to much of anything. I was very lost my first couple of years coming out of high school. And I remember when I told people I wanted to do this, they called it a pipe dream, and they said that I needed to be more realistic. And they didn't think I had what it takes to be successful on YouTube or covering sports or covering the sport of boxing. And with every milestone we hit, I'm proving them wrong, and I'm proving it to myself that I could do it. And I have nothing but you guys to thank for that. And I just thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for really getting me through all of it and being there even when I thought he wasn't. The good book says he will never leave or forsake you, and he hasn't left me or forsaken me. And it's like I've had some of the greatest honors anybody covering boxing could get. Like the man upstairs took this kid from Dania Beach, who graduated at the bottom third of his graduating class, who didn't really have much of a chance to do anything. I came from a broken home. Mom and Papa's divorced when I was young, and he put me in a position to have the honor and the blessing, probably one of the greatest honors and blessings I've ever had covering the sport of boxing, to be around people like Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe and talk to them and interview them about their careers in more depth than most people have. And I've probably gotten those two to open up more than anybody on planet Earth on camera. So I feel like not only has boxing done a great service to me, but I feel like with me being in boxing, I've done a great service to the wonderful fans of this sport, by doing these interviews. So long may it continue. We're going to continue grinding here on True School Sports, because the Lord Jesus Christ is my anchor, and I'm not going to be shaken. I've got videos with 4 million views, 2 million views, 500,000 views, 300,000 views, and then I got videos with 400 views, and I don't really care, because to me it all feels the same. Once you hit 4 million views, unless you go past that, everything feels the same. So I really don't care about views no more. It's bigger than that for me. It's bigger than boxing for me. I'm gonna be here for many years covering the sport. So you guys better get used to this face, because it's only, this jawline's going to get more sharp and attractive, and I'm only going to get handsomer as time goes on. I'm going to age like a fine wine, like a motherfucking more Merlot and Cabernet wine. So just thank you guys. Honestly, just thank you guys. Thank you to everybody who's contributed to the channel. Thank you to all the fighters, not just in South Florida, but all across America and all across the world that have given me their time, because that's the most valuable thing you can give somebody, is their time. So thank you to all the fighters that have given me their time. to have the honor to interview them and cover their stories and just be a part of their career and covering their stories. You know, thank you to all the trainers that are giving me their time and insights into what they see in the ring and what they see in boxing, because that's been very insightful for me. You know, thank you to just all the amateur coaches who give me access to the gyms. Thank you to all the gym owners that give me access to the gyms. Thank you to everyone, man, everyone, and thank you to everyone. You know, like Felipe. Shout out to my man Felipe. You know, he's been watching my channel for a couple of years, and he saw me at a fight. And Felipe recognized me. I never met Felipe, and now Felipe is like he's helping my channel out. He's helping me out, and we've gone to fights together, and he's been one of the greatest encouragers for me. So just having friends like him, having friends like Johnny, having friends like Paul and Juan Pablo. Shout out to Juan Pablo. Juan Pablo is really the real MVP, because my boy Juan Pablo, he's been my friend since first grade. Since first grade, Juan Pablo's been my best friend. One of my best friends on earth. All the way back in Dania Elementary in Miss Podesta's class. You know what I'm saying? Back when he had the spiky hair. Shout out to Juan Pablo. And years ago, before I even had 50,000 views on YouTube, forget a million, forget 500,000, forget 100,000. Before I even had like 10,000 views on YouTube, Pablo was telling me back in 2014, Brendan, you need to get on YouTube because you're going to be exceptional. You're going to be great. And I can't really think of too many people that have had as much confidence in me in life as when Pablo has had with me covering the sport of boxing. So I have so much to thank him for, because he's been an exceptional friend to me. You know, just an exceptional friend to me. Who else is that? I don't want to leave nobody out. You know, I don't want to leave nobody out. Thank you to like everybody, just everybody, man. Paul Martinez. You know, my best friend in the whole entire world. We've been through it all. Been through it all together, Paul. And there's not enough words I could say in this video for me to really illustrate what your friendship has meant to me in covering the sport of boxing. You know, shout out to Alex for being on the lives and being someone that people love interacting with as well, and adding a different dimension to our lives. You know, just I love you guys, man. And the sport of boxing has done more for me than I could ever do for it. So, you know, I'm gonna try to do my best to get back to the sport, to cover the fighters here in the South Florida area, the amateurs and the pros that don't get as much coverage. Hopefully we start going when I get more money, and that is the next plan. You know, there are some good things in motion behind the scenes here on True School Sports, and they're going to happen next year. Hopefully we can get out to Georgia and North Carolina and Virginia and just start going to some of these gyms. You know, Northern Florida, Ocala, Florida, Tampa, St. Petersburg. There's a lot of untapped areas we haven't gone to yet, and I feel like there's so much more of myself I can give to the sport of boxing as far as covering it, and that's what we're going to do. So hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the ride. Shout out to all my subscribers, like the special ones like Hyro, who is fun to talk boxing with, L Dog, just everyone, man, everyone. John Collins, who just gave me PayPal me $100 something because Joe Joyce wanted and he wanted to support the channel. So just everyone, man, everyone. There's not enough time to thank everybody. There's not enough time to just tell you guys like how much this whole thing with True School Sports and boxing and being around it has meant to me. You know, that's why I wrote a book, because you know some of the things that I mentioned in this video I talk about a lot more in depth in my book. So when it comes out, Just a Kid from Dania, the book, when it comes out, hopefully you read it, hopefully you like it. But until then, you guys keep supporting. And you know, if you made it this far in the video, tell me in the comments, like, what would you guys like to see more of on the channel? You know, because I feel like sometimes I need to do a better job of considering what the audience actually wants. Because sometimes I make my own videos and people like it, but like, what do you guys want to see more of on True School Sports heading into 2021? Drop that in the comments. Make sure you take the time to subscribe, and if you're new to this channel, through this video, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
Showtime, Sean Porter. It's Aerosmith Jr. Everyone, this is Jesse Vargas. You're watching True School Sports. You're watching True School Sports. All right. And you're watching True School Sports. Stay tuned.